Hi friend, welcome. I'm so glad that you are joining me today. I am super passionate about what we are talking about. When we first learn that we have food allergies, or specifically that our kiddos have food allergies, it can feel so overwhelming and disruptive just trying to figure out what can I eat, what can't I eat, what foods and products are safe, what do I need to avoid, and the list just goes on, and our minds can kind of start reeling, and it can take a minute to recalibrate. And that is my goal today, is to help take some of that overwhelm out of this, help give a little bit of guidance and direction for where you can start, where you can begin, and easy steps forward that you can take so that we cut that overwhelm out. I personally have food allergies. My daughter has food intolerances. And then I also run a daycare where we have several kiddos with food allergies. Currently, at this moment, our daycare is managing allergies to gluten, dairy, eggs, tree nuts, and peanuts. So we have a huge variety of things that we are avoiding, and we're doing it all at the same time. So I know a couple things about getting started on this journey and how to make it practical and accessible for you. Now, real quick, I am not a medical professional or a nutritionist, and I always recommend getting advice and support from your child's pediatrician and potentially seeking out a nutritionist with experience in food allergies so that you can get additional advice for your specific situation. Food allergies and intolerances can be really daunting at first, but there are three things that I have learned that just take that overwhelm out and dissolve it away so that you can start stepping forward in this new path and this new journey with confidence. The first thing to make this more approachable and manageable is to learn the landscape. Take some time, like I said, to talk to your child's pediatrician and learn more about their allergy. A lot of times they have some great tips and advice to get you started. Some of them will even have printouts that kind of walk you through, like, here's the main things to avoid to eat. Here's some alternatives or suggestions. So that would be a great place to start right there, is in talking to your pediatrician. The other thing that I would recommend is that you do some research. There are allergy websites out there, and I will drop links to some of them in the comments below that offer some great information. The specific allergies have their own websites, and then there's just a general allergy website. Again, the links for those will be in the description, so make sure that you check it out. But go do some reading, do some research. The more knowledgeable you feel, the more comfortable you're going to start to feel. Don't bog yourself down and feel like you have to read every book and every article. Just get a surface level knowledge so that you feel a little bit more equipped and like you know what's going on and what's happening and what to avoid. A really helpful thing that you can do is learn how to read the ingredients list in products at the grocery store. Just going to the grocery store and trying to figure out what to put in your cart can feel so overwhelming at first. So just taking a minute to get familiarized with how they disclose allergens on products is a really, really helpful thing to do. A couple things that I see commonly is that within the ingredients list, they'll have certain ingredients that are in bold, and those are the common allergens that are found within that product. Other products will have their list of ingredients, and then afterwards they'll have something that says this product contains, and then they'll list the allergens, or they'll say processed in a facility that also contains, or that it may be cross-contaminated with. So a common question that parents ask me is, if it's processed in a facility with or could be cross-contaminated with, do I need to avoid that for my child also? And that is a great question to ask your child's pediatrician and use their guidance on that specific topic. So again, talk to your child's pediatrician and get them involved in this conversation. My second big piece of advice that I give people is to find a dietary label that fits your food restrictions or your allergy. When I first found out that I couldn't eat gluten, I went on a strict paleo diet for 30 days. Not because I was super passionate about paleo, but because I knew that paleo diets did not include gluten. And so anything that I found to make that was paleo friendly would be gluten-free. And it just made it easy for me to go to Pinterest or Google and find recipes for the things that I wanted to make. And so that's a big piece of advice. Another example of this is that I have some friends who found out that their kiddo can't have dairy or eggs. And so as we were kind of talking about what they could do and steps they could take to move forward, I was like, why don't you just look for things that are vegan? Because if it's vegan, it's not going to have dairy or eggs. And so that way, like if they wanted to make their kiddo pancakes for breakfast, they could look for vegan pancakes and know that that recipe was going to be safe for their kiddo. So again, I recommend finding a dietary label that fits. Not that you're going to be fully committed to that diet or that you're going to stick to that diet forever, but it just gives you an easy place to start when you're looking for new recipes to learn a different way to cook the things that you've always made. Because that honestly can be one of the like most daunting things. It's like, well, I want to make pancakes for breakfast, but I don't know how to make pancakes anymore. I've always made pancakes. How do I make them now? You know, we can start to go down this mental rabbit hole, but just take a deep breath. Find that dietary label that works for your kiddo's allergy, and then just go to Pinterest and search vegan pancakes or paleo pancakes, and it will give you a way to get started that will make it accessible. We're about to get to our last tip, but if you are finding these tips helpful, would you hit the like button? My third piece of advice is to check out Thrive Market. It is an online grocery store, and I was so skeptical of it at first because I was like, I don't know how it's gonna be to order my groceries online and trying new brands, and we live in a small town that's kind of remote, so like, are things gonna make it here okay? I have loved Thrive Market and completely fallen in love with it. It is incredible. On Thrive Market, you can go through and you can tell them exactly what ingredients you want to avoid, and you can have it so that it only pulls up products that are safe for your kiddo. So you can say, I need it to be gluten-free, egg-free, dairy-free, tree nut-free, whatever your list is, however big or small it is. And then you can just see products that are safe for you to eat and buy them with confidence, knowing that it's going to be something that is not going to cause a reaction. I've dropped a link in the description for you to try it out. If you have not before, this link will save you 40% on your first order. All right, Mama, just remember that you have got this. It may seem overwhelming right now, but you will be surprised at how quickly this becomes second nature. I am rooting for you as you start this journey. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comments. And if you've been doing this for a while and you have any tips, drop those in the comments also. That way we can all be supporting and encouraging one another as we walk this road. Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next video.